The discovery in Saguache County was one more twist in the long-troubled investigation into Suzanne Morphew's disappearance.
It's clear, given the history of this case, that a completely objective and unbiased investigation needs to be done here.
Attorney Ryan Brackley says it may be time to move that investigation to a new jurisdiction, and it's definitely time to put it in new hands.
What makes the most difference is that it's fair, objective, unbiased, and that hasn't happened yet.
After Suzanne Morphew vanished in May 2020, suspicion fell immediately on her husband, Barry. Less than a year later, he was behind bars.
Today is a good day.
Charged by Chaffee County District Attorney Linda Stanley with first-degree murder, even though investigators had no body. A 131-page arrest affidavit alleged Barry knowingly destroyed evidence of a broken marriage, took steps to dispose of evidence of Suzanne's disappearance and death, and created a false alibi and a staged crime scene. Then it fell apart. The district attorney investigated and sanctioned.
Walking away a free man. A judge dismissed all charges against Barry Morphew.
Charges dropped just before trial.
You always want fresh eyes. You always want new ideas, new people looking at these cases.
A former prosecutor and now defense attorney, Brackley says this should be treated like a cold case.
Ideally, in a cold case, you are building off the work by prior investigators. You're building off the narrative and the theory.
And now, he says, it may be time for a wide-open grand jury that would hear from investigators and Barry Morphew's attorney.
I think that's the way in this case you get past that stink of bias that may or may not have been present, tainting the original investigation.
In a statement, Barry Morphew's attorneys called for an end to finger-pointing and a movement to blindly re-accuse Barry for Suzanne's death. She pointed out that none of the evidence laid out in the case puts Barry Morphew in the area where his wife's remains were found. Tom?
Kevin, let's clarify this because he was charged, but can be charged again.
He can be charged again. The way it was dismissed left an option open. If prosecutors think they have the evidence at some point in the future, they could bring charges against him again.
All right, we'll continue to follow it, of course. Thanks, Kevin.